everybody to just
Like a circle.
Yeah.
Sit down in a circle and talk.
Well, I know that Congo will want to. A lot of us are participating in this Human Rights Art Festival, and we were talking a little bit earlier, and I know Congo and Karen, you weren't here, just about how the very first year of these festivals is sometimes there's a lot of unknown, and it was a very ambitious festival. There's 400 artists here, and we were saying that we wish that if we had been able to shrink the space, then we could all go to each other's events, and I think they would feel quite full. But there are a lot of people out there talking about things that they care about, and talking about what it means to be human and what sorts of inalienable rights we all have. And I think that it's very powerful. It's been really fun just to meet the artists, and I think that if we're able to do this in future years, we'll build an audience. But I think that if you already do this work, you know it's hard to get people to listen sometimes. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Claire Schwager. I work with Project Youth Outreach. I do work with court-involved youth inside correctional facilities and also on probation programs. And we bring specifically visual, literary, and performing arts to these young people to try to help them find alternative ways to express themselves and let them know that they can be heard. And it's good to take healthy risks, but not so good to take these unhealthy risks that they've been taking that have jeopardized their future. So the artists we work with are very dedicated and really also very talented in how they work with these young people. And we've had the opportunity to work with some of the poets. Congo and Lubo have worked in our projects in Project Youth Outreach. And Guy is someone who's shown, I've met with, and we've talked about bringing him into the facilities as well. So we have a few of those poems if I have time to share with you from those young people, but I think it's, for me, more important to hear from the poets that are here today. So Karen's work is on the wall, and she's also a poet, so we thought maybe we could start with you, because we have this beautiful visual.
In school in a nearby town in Bulgaria, there was a huge sign. One day I saw it. It says, "For the first time, we organized the traditional bike race." so I hope that this festival becomes traditional.
Oh, okay.
Although it's his first time.
Ended up coming here was because your poetry got you in trouble in Bulgaria, and we haven't really heard anything too inflammatory, I don't think. And that you said that that was such a big deal there, your poetry, that you ended up fleeing here, and then you come here, and it's like no one cares.
That's true.
It's very hard to be a poet. It's like, wait a minute, this made me leave. I come here, and nobody wants to hear it. So appreciate you sharing that.
Hi, I'm Karen West, and I'm here with my book, The Trouble with the Alphabet. This is the first Amnesty International Art Festival, and I'm a participant. This is my artwork on the wall, and my book is a journey into the heart of human rights violations and the children that suffer globally. The short version of how it lays out is that every chapter begins with a portrait of a child from a country dealing with profound abuses and life-threatening circumstances. That's followed by a poetic message written as if through the child's eyes, then a one-page summary to help you get your arms around it, and finally a nonprofit that's doing work to make it better. For Kenya, again, it starts with a portrait of two children, then a poetic message written as if through these children's eyes about what they're dealing with and experiencing in Kenya, and then a one-page summary to help you understand, and finally the nonprofit Bloodwater Mission.
In this case. So what's Bloodwater Mission doing?
Bloodwater Mission fights AIDS in places like Kenya, all over Africa, and also they build wells for clean water.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Congo Dbenga, Congolese-American rapper and poet and motivational speaker. And I'm here at the Amnesty Human Rights International Arts Festival and learning about other conflicts around the world and trying to share some information about what I know in places like the Congo, which is where my family is from. And it's been a very informative weekend.
So how do you like this morning? So how did it go today?
It was great today. You know, what I enjoyed most about today was hearing stories about different people in different places. As I said, I speak specifically about the Congo, and I also spend a lot of time talking about issues of diversity, but it was great to come here and hear diverse perspectives from different places like, places like Tibet, and heard Bulgarian poetry, or poetry from Cameroon, poetry from the States, and that's really what it's all about, is about having that cultural exchange. That's the only way we're going to advance as a society, so I'm happy to be engaged in that process.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I pretty much write on life experiences from my family members, listening to my grandmother, my grandfather, and their parents when we had been raised in Stanton, Virginia, and we had my great-grandmother come from over the mountains telling her stories, and they were pretty much involved in the struggle of everything that was happening at the time, and we used to sit down at their feet and listen to all of these stories. So pretty much a lot of my poetry does come from their lives and my lives with them.
But has their time to get it, and I think your time is arrived.
Yeah, I know. That's why they keep telling me this, like, okay, Mom, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Because first I had a daughter that spoken words, and she kept saying, okay, Mom, don't you want to just get up there and try? And I kept saying, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do
Well,
this.
guess what? You're doing it.
Thank you.
She affected me a lot, and then telling me about preparing me to go through this life. And this one, I titled it rightfully so, I Miss You, Mom. Mom, I don't know how long I've been going. It seems a journey without end. I've been trying to be awake, but at times my eyes are just too heavy. When I woke up the first time, I realized they all fled from my car. Even the conductor is out of sight, though there's no doubt the train is moving forward. I pulled the emergency brake. A red flashing light came with a message, please do not disturb until the next stop. I don't know how long it might be, maybe when I woke up the next time. I won't remember the destination, though I can't wait to get there. If I'm lucky enough to be with you, all I know is that I'll never leave you again for a second. Thank you.
You send these to your mom?
Oh, yes.
Hello, my name is Liddell Jackson. I'm a visual artist, and I'm here at Amnesty International Human Rights Festival, and this is my agent in the Washington, D.C. and Maryland metro area, Joan V. And I've been an artist for more than 25 years, actually. Originally began working in commercial art and design, graphic design, and have since retired from that and began to pursue the fine arts career. And this are examples of my work over a period of time. As you can see, I use a lot of different mediums, from oil paintings to acrylic, and in recent years I've started to develop techniques in digital design and fine art. And so these are the things that I really enjoy in sharing with people. And I think people are my favorite subject in particular. This painting here is one that I call Indigenous, which is a tribute to indigenous people and the knowledge of indigenous people that they possess around the world. If you notice, he's holding the light, the source of light or knowledge, in the palm of his hand. I think there's a lot that we can learn from people who are close to the planet and understand things that we in areas of higher learning probably dismiss. So this is my tribute to all indigenous people.
Okay.
Bear with me. Brother, bear with me, okay? And but one of the things that I think I'm getting from the whole thing is a re-education and a revamping system to educate. Even with these images, know what I'm saying? And I
We've
think
got that
that's-
family of
I don't even know how to go about
Yeah.
sharing with
But see,
our
I love it. I
institutional
love kids that
Yeah,
express
You know, and
themselves.
that's the amazing thing to me. But it's a necessary thing. It's
No, they're not. Let them
obviously
be.
Let
Let them
them
be.
go.
You know.
for us to
And
move
they're-
forward.
No, but they're too active. They're getting too much. I said, but you have to turn that.
Yeah. So that education
Well, it's like in
process.
our neighborhood, we have
In your mind, how do you see
kids.